Thousands gather here at the Edmund Pettus Bridge, which serves as a reminder of the cost of progress and the work that still needs to be done. People here aren't just honoring the history, but pushing it forward. Yesterday, these streets were filled with snow, and today they're filled with traffic as more people decide to get out due to yesterday's snowy conditions. Laura, community members were able to enjoy discussions, food, and even art from different Black-owned organizations today to celebrate Black History Month. And you can drop off your donations at the salon. They accept more than just food. They've received items like jackets and car seats, all to benefit the community. The lab features a variety of new equipment, including these buzzers, which gives students a realistic feel as they prepare for competitions. Mother and daughter Paula Birmingham and Alexis Holder from Revival on Main Hair Salon started a food drive together to address a food shortage in their community. Feeding Friends collects food from the community and distributes the food to families in need.
We run out every time, and that's the goal. We don't want anything left over.
The drive started in December 2024 to provide people food during the holiday season.
To kind of be a Christmas thing, because people tend to struggle around the holidays. And we really kind of wanted to eliminate buying presents versus food.
During the food drive in December, they asked families if they would like to see this happen every month, and they gave overwhelming support. The food drive helps people all over Walker County and surrounding areas.
We had some come in from Oakman, of course the community here, Doran, Summiton, Jasper, so really everywhere around in Walker County. And you can drop off your donations at the salon. They accept more than just food. They've received items like jackets and car seats, all to benefit the community. Since the salon holds the drives, customers often donate food items and money to help those in need during hair appointment visits. These donations help those who struggle. The two said one memory they had of an expecting mother who used the food to provide snacks for her kids.
She said, "This will help me so much while I'm busy with this newborn. I know these will have some snacks and some stuff, to kind of help me out."
Local in Walker County, Madison Brainerd, WVUA 23 News. Jabari, it is packed here. They had to bring in extra chairs as candidates are making a last-minute push to appeal to voters. The Tuscaloosa League of Women Voters hosted a candidates forum for mayor and city council candidates. Voters were able to hear candidates' plans for the city of Tuscaloosa if they are elected.
This allows us to see them in person, to look them in the eye, and to ask them the questions, as long as they are fair and nonpartisan questions, that we can ask them what's on our minds.
Pencils and note cards were available for people to write their concerns they would like to hear addressed.
We allow anyone to write out a question. Now, we do vet the questions. We do allow people to then give us the questions. As soon as we are sure that they don't violate some of those standards, we hand them forward and ask them as written.
Residents asked questions to the candidates, asking their stance on certain issues and what they would do to solve them if they are elected.
People have been asking about community growth. They've been asking about solving crime issues. They're asking about education issues within the city. They're asking about how we are going to move forward as a town, and basically what the visions of the candidates are for their particular districts and for mayor.
This forum wasn't just beneficial to the community, but to the candidates as well, who are listening to the concerns brought up and understanding what's important to the people.
It's beneficial for the candidates. They receive the information that's of concern to the voters.
Some residents have already made up their mind on who they're voting for. Some remain on the fence.
The last-minute stuff is for those indecisive voters that are not decided at this point.
The Tuscaloosa municipal election will be held March 4th. Local in Tuscaloosa, Madison Brainerd, WVUA 23 News. 60 years ago in Selma, Alabama, peaceful marchers fighting for African-American voting rights were attacked by state troopers on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. The event, known as Bloody Sunday, shocked the nation. 2 days later, they marched again and reached Montgomery. Their efforts helped pass the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Among the marchers were two sisters, Margaret and Janet Howard, who said they remember feeling fear as they marched in 1965.
Everybody started running. Some people got trampled and knocked over. You know, some of us made it back down to this side of the bridge safely. And when I got to Brown Chapel Church, I saw my brother, but I didn't see my sister.
The crowd rush separated Margaret from Janet, who suffered a head injury and was brought to safety by a kind stranger.
Right over there is where I was injured. It's where I was knocked down and taken to the hospital from here. So every time, not just today, but I go across this bridge almost weekly, and I always, in my mind, I get a flash of what happened back then.
Now today, people from all over have gathered in Selma to honor their legacy and continue to fight for equality. Thousands gather here at the Edmund Pettus Bridge, which serves as a reminder of the cost of progress and the work that still needs to be done. People here aren't just honoring the history, but pushing it forward. The next generation is here marching alongside the original marchers, carrying on their legacy.
I hope that I could be that next generation activist that they were and be able to have the courage to fight for the modern day issues that we're having and that we're experiencing, and making sure that I am able to be just as strong and as powerful as they once were.
Bloody Sunday didn't just change laws, they changed lives. The marchers' bravery helped secure voting rights and pave the way for future generations.
Seeing all of this and knowing that Jim Crow laws no longer exist, and it's because of what we did, not just here in Alabama, but all over.
Through the marchers' actions, the goal of equality became closer, but marchers like Sidney Pritchett said the fight still wasn't over.
The fight for DEI and all of the fights that we're still having with making sure that everyone is treated equally and making sure that everyone is unified, because even though our ancestors, they definitely got us further than we were when they were around, we're still not, the fight is still not over.
As the fight for justice continues, those who lived through the civil rights movement are looking to the next generation to carry it forward and to keep fighting for equality.
Do not let it go without a struggle. Do not let it go without a fight.
60 years later, the events of Bloody Sunday live on as a reminder of the courage of those who marched to secure civil rights. Local in Selma, Madison Brainerd, WVUA 23 News. Creativity was flowing as Tuscaloosa Made turned crafting into celebration to honor International Women's Day. People were able to pick from a variety of crafts and let their artistic side show while also connecting with other women in the community.
This building houses 2 women-owned businesses, and we really wanted to highlight all the other women-owned businesses in the community and just have different women-made connections.
Tuscaloosa Made partnered with other local women-owned businesses to highlight them and put together swag bags for attendees.
We reached out to a lot of the women-owned businesses just to highlight them since it is International Women's Day. Some of them have products for sale here. Some of them have coupons in our swag bags. Just to give you a little taste of like some women-owned local businesses.
Druid City Makerspace, part of Tuscaloosa Made, had a ceramic tile station available so they could involve the community in their new project. People are glazing these ceramic tiles, which are being used in a project. Druid City Makerspace will be using these tiles to put on a pillar to showcase the community's art.
Paint a tile.
One little girl, Luna Cargyle, was really excited to paint her tile, which will be on display with the rest of the tiles.
It's a rectangle shape, and it's supposed to be a bus, and it don't look like a bus, but it's a bus.
The Makerspace has been more than just a place for creativity. It helps people to find community.
I call them my Makerspace family because I've met them, I've spent a lot of time with them, so you kind of make that community, that little family.
Local in Tuscaloosa, Madison Brainerd, WVUA 23 News.
Tuscaloosa Made said they hope to be that creative outlet for the community.